want to go across to Saravanan from the DMK. He's joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Saravanan, when do you intend to challenge this in the court? Where will this challenge be placed? The governor, referring to 164(1) of the Constitution, which says that a minister serves at the pleasure of the governor. Ravi can turn around and say that Senthil Balaji no longer has my pleasure.
So, will the BJP keep quiet? Will the Prime Minister keep quiet? Tomorrow, if the President writes that I am dismissing the Home Minister because the situation in Manipur has not been brought under control, what will be the reaction of the BJP? Of course, if the President is in a higher position, is in a better position, because she has been elected indirectly by the people of this country, whereas Governor is just a nominee. Does the Governor have the power? The Governor does not have the power. The BJP and the RSS cabal is trying to intimidate the DMK government in the state of Tamil Nadu. The Governor is acting in a clownish way. He is undermining the Constitution. The Governor preaches so much about Sanatana Dharma. He has to understand that we are not enforcing the laws of Sanatana here. From 1950, the Constitution is our Bible, the Constitution is our Gita, the Constitution is our Quran. Under which provision? The Governor is a mere rubber stamp. He is a puppet. He is an S-man under the Council of Ministers. He cannot do anything without the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers.
Okay.
If the Governor does not know this, or he is deliberately violating this, then he is committing an illegal act. He is acting against the Constitution. So what is this problem? Address have the same analogy across the BJP has not even dismissed Brij Bhushan's federation. He did not even suspend him from the Wrestlers Federation. It is a heinous crime. Indians were sexually harassed by Brij Bhushan Singh of the BJP.
Okay, I want to go across to Priyanka Chaturvedi, Member of Parliament from the Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray Sena. We requested Priyanka to join us because the original plan was to debate the Uniform Civil Code. My apologies for having changed the topic at the last minute, but this is a big story. And the fact is the governor has dismissed a minister saying he no longer has my privilege. How do you respond to this? Do you think this comes under the purview of what the opposition has been saying, that members in constitutional posts are overreaching their power?
Oh, absolutely. The governors have been shaming the Constitution ever since 2014, and this government has come to power, where their party representatives are sent as governors in various states. We have also been at the receiving end of a governor who the Supreme Court said the floor test that he mandated was unconstitutional and illegal. His dismissal of the government was unconstitutional and illegal. So it just goes on to show whether we are looking at Kerala, whether we are looking at the Tamil Nadu's unprecedented order that's come from the governor, which will definitely be challenged in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court will be dismissing it, is the unconstitutional reign of the governors who are appointees, and they overlook what the Chief Minister, who's elected representative of the particular state, what his opinion is, and that is extremely shameful. And I think every single, whether people in the opposition or those in the government, should really relook as to how the powers are being misused by the governors.
No, but maybe, Saravanan, it can be argued that Mr. Stalin, the Chief Minister, should have taken this action himself. If he had asked Senthil Balaji to step down, that would have been the just, moral and right thing to do. You didn't do that, creating a space for the governor to go in and take this action.
Yes, yeah, Rahul. The law is very, very clear on that. We will come to the morality part little later. The law is very clear. The Supreme Court has settled this law in B.R. Kapoor versus Union State of Tamil Nadu, Justice Jayalalitha. It has clearly stated that if you are qualified to hold the post of the MLA, then you are qualified to hold the post of the minister. If you are disqualified to become an MLA, then you cannot hold the post of the minister. Here, Mr. Senthil Balaji does not lose his qualification to hold the post of the MLA. So, he has every right, every legal right, constitutional right to continue as a minister. It is the prerogative of the Chief Minister who should be in his cabinet. If he is qualified, he should be there in the cabinet.
No, so Priyanka Chaturvedi, there are two courts here.
Let me,
okay.
Now let me come to the morality part.
Yes.
Just a moment.
Yes.
Does BJP have the moral right? Can they preach about morality? Can they talk about all these things? How many ministers in the BJP cabinet are charged with heinous offences. The union ministers I am talking about. How many did the BJP dismiss? We are seeing ministers going on and on about glorifying several killers. We have a terrorist as an MP. This is the morality of the BJP. So please don't preach morality. And Mr. Senthil Balaji has been targeted only because he is in the DMK. How many ministers the BJP from the BJP cabinet has been arrested? In Karnataka, 8 crores was seized. 8 o'clock in the evening, the guy grants an anticipatory bail. Sandha Kochar, 2,500 crore scam. Was the ED behind her? 12 days, she's out on bail. Lakshmi Subramaniam from the NSE. What a big scam. Was the ED behind them? No. So why is Mr. Senthil Balaji targeted? Due to politics. So nobody let the
No,
BJP
but Stalin also had attacked
morality.
Senthil Balaji when Balaji was in the AIDMK. Priyanka Chaturvedi, do you think the Chief Minister's inaction in sacking the minister when he faced arrest and such serious charges creates a moral space for the governor to act? Legal space will be defined in a court, but in the court of public opinion, the DMK was shielding a minister who had serious charges of corruption, a man against whom Mr. Stalin himself had spoken when Senthil Balaji was in the AIDMK. Priyanka Chaturvedi.
No, again, I actually quite agree with what the DMK spokesperson was saying, that this is a question of morality, public opinion versus the rule of law. And the rule of law is pretty clear that the governor cannot, an appointed person sent by the centre cannot be taking a call of the government, and an elected representative, which is the chief minister, who's a popular chief minister of the state. We can discuss public opinion, corruption charges, etc., with a lot many cases. For example, Ajay Mishra Teni, who's a minister of state for home, who continues to enjoy his position despite being part of, we saw how the farmers were crushed under his son's car. So there are various such incidents that we can mention. So even if he moved from AIDMK and those charges were being made, but that's how the political system works in the country. And right now we are also seeing, let's say, Narayan Rane, the Minister of State with an independent charge. He had so many ED cases against him. As soon as he joins the BJP, he gets an all-clear chit. So all this is secondary. The first and the major question should be, should the governor be overstepping beyond his brief and acting like a political stooge of the centre rather than actually holding the constitutional morality that the chair gives to him?